This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. It's Fazley time again. Yes, this guitar. You saw me shopping for this guitar. You saw me unboxing it, and today I'm going to give you a little bit of a follow-up video on the thoughts and conclusions I've come to having played it for a little while. We'll get round to all of that once we've heard exactly how it sounds in a mix. And there is, of course, as always, a full tab for that little piece of music in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and a jam track for you to have a go over yourself. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is, as always, in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month, and you get access to all of these bits and pieces and extra goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive heartfelt thank you to everybody who supports me in that, or any of the other ways that are all linked also down in the description. So, what do I think of this guitar then? Well, I really quite like it, actually. It's a £52 electric guitar, and that's just one of those things I keep coming back to. This guitar costs £52. It's ridiculously cheap, and it's ridiculously good for the money. I mean, don't get me wrong, it feels and sounds a lot like a cheap guitar. But then again, as Johnny on Budget Guitar Show often says, cheap doesn't always mean nasty. And that's certainly true in this case. Let's have a look at the vital statistics while I remember. First and 12th fret neck profiles, DC resistance of the pickups, weight and nut width. As you can see there, the DC resistance is quite low, quite often on budget guitars, especially really cheap budget guitars. They really do kind of pile on the DC resistance, the windings, to make an overly hot pickup, but not so on this case. And I think it does sound the better for it. Excuse me, itchy nose. So, yeah, the thing about this guitar, as I said, it sounds a bit cheap. It does. It's happiest when it's got a bit of fur around the edges. Doing that sort of demo kind of thing that you just heard there. I tried various kind of things before I settled on that. I tried putting it through like Fender Twin amp models and stuff like that to get like a clean, crystalline, pure sound. And it just... it didn't kind of complement it well, but as soon as I showed it a bit of Marshall Plexi goodness, then it really came to life and was a lot happier. It's, you know, in that setting, well, what did it sound like? It sounded like a Telecaster, and so, you can chalk that up as a success. It's perhaps not going to be the most versatile Telecaster copy, and I dread to think what these pickups would be like at high volume in terms of being microphonic, but that's not really the target market for a guitar like this. This is, if anything can be, called a beginner guitar, then this one certainly can. It's going to be the sort of thing that a kid gets for Christmas or birthday to get them going on an electric guitar, and they could do a lot worse. The neck, as you saw on those neck profile that I did on that contour gauge there, is quite a shallow neck. The nearest thing I can compare it to in terms of what it feels like when you put your hands on it is maybe a Yamaha Pacifica, that sort of slightly shallow and flat fingerboard kind of thing going on, which I don't have a problem with that. But if you're looking for something that is, going to give you that vintage Fender feel, then, for 52 quid, forget it. It's not going to happen. But it's a comfortable neck to play. When I unboxed it, I mentioned that the action was a little bit on the high side, not still within the bounds of respectability, but a little bit higher than personally I would like it. So I lowered the bridge saddles. Truss rod was spot on. There was no kind of action or no interventions required with the truss rod. I lowered the bridge saddles and brought the action down to, let's see where it's at now. I think it was about 2.5 millimeters at the 12th fret before, and yeah, this is now pretty much bang on 1.5 millimeters. So that is like a smooth, low, buttery action as far as I'm concerned, and there are no dead spots or fret buzz or choking off or anything like that. And it, well, you heard me kind of giving it some proper welly on that demo, and it held really well. The tuners, they get the guitar in tune, and once these kind of cheapo strings are bedded in a little bit, it seems to stay in tune okay. But they're a set of tuners on a £52 guitar. How good do you want them to be? They work, they get the guitar in tune, but they're a little bit lumpy and graunchy feeling. But as I say, they do the job. This is as I say, an excellent guitar for a beginner. It does the job. It sounds pretty good under the right sort of circumstances. It'll sound okay through, plug it into a practice amp of any description for somebody to start learning their first chords, or, bashing out that Smoke on the Water riff, as I'm sure we all did when we got our first electric guitars. It'll do the job, and it's, as I say, it's £52 to buy. I still can't get over that. So yeah, really rather impressed with this Fazley guitar. It's going to be getting donated to Zoe's Place Baby Hospice. If you don't know what that is, that's a charity in Middlesbrough which provides palliative, respite and end-of-life care to children under 5 with terminal illnesses. I'm going to phone Chloe, the nice lady from Zoe's Place, shortly after doing this video, and tell her there's a guitar that she can come and pick up, and they use them as raffle prizes or put them up on eBay or that kind of stuff, and this will go to a good cause, and hopefully they can raise a few much needed funds with it. And that is the video for today, folks. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, and why not give me a like while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer. That's the main thing that goes on, but we also talk about music and guitars and whatever else crops up. It's a fantastic way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.